We're live.
Hi.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening.
Mike and Kim here, and today is episode number 8 of Reselling Live, where we're going to talk and answer questions from previous videos, along with interacting with people in the chat with some questions they might have. What's been going on? You just got a haircut.
I did.
You look different than the video I put out today.
Yeah, I do. I went after we finished filming the video, but I actually love it.
It looks great.
Thanks.
Yeah, it does look great.
Like, you actually said that when I came home, and you rarely say, like, I mean, I don't know, it's a guy thing, I guess, but you rarely say anything when I get a haircut. And this time you were like, wow.
Yeah, I thought it looked nice.
I was like, ooh, hey.
Looks nice. So it's humid here in Arizona. We are, we got to mute this here. I was going to start with that. Let's shout out some people that we see in the chat. We got Torfuse, Randall Ellis, Jose Perez, Mother's Mustache. What's going on, guys? What's happening? If you guys are out there making money, reselling, flipping, doing what you got to do to make that cashola. We got Jason Aiken, CJ Kelly, JR Sarah Sartofega. Sorry if I butchered that. The Crazy Card. We got Chanta, Crafty Reseller, ETC Emporium, a.k.a. Valerie from Texas. We got Bubba in the house, Mr. City 123, Eric Beast, Deborah, Marion, Iris, Thrifty Flipside, Jason, and The Strength. So appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Tonight's show, again, will be about an hour or so. We're going to go over some questions and answers that I've gotten recently, and then we'll be watching the chat here. Kim will be watching it.
I will do my best.
Let's jump into it here. Before we get out to what we're going to do with the Q&A, what are we drinking? What are you drinking? Show me your cup.
Okay, so actually I got this as a teacher gift at the end of the year, and you know, you get things, and I do appreciate it. It's not that I don't, but I didn't actually go through everything until recently, because I only have 2 weeks before I come back to school.
Yeah, it's coming around the corner.
Contract time is like 2 weeks. Actually, next week I have to go and set up my classroom. But anyway, so I was opening up my stuff, cleaning out my bags and whatever, and it says, "This girl needs some wine," from one of my students' moms. So I thought that was cool.
And what are you drinking?
I am drinking the Purple Cowboy.
Purple Cowboy. I got another fries special.
We
scored today again, guys.
$4.
But it's not. That's not the retail price of these things. These
No,
are like
it's
$20,
like
$30
clearance.
bottles.
Yeah,
They
it's
just
clearance
blow them out.
down to $4. So I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad.
So if you're in Arizona and you have a fries, you know what we're talking about, man. They just blow things out. I love it.
That's great.
I've never. When we lived in Illinois, there was never discounted liquor. I've never saw in Illinois discounted liquor. You know.
And ribs, not the cremate one, but the ribs.
A score today. What was it? 5 slabs for $24.
5 slabs,
Ridiculous.
$24. It was like, I don't know, what was it, 15 or 17 pounds of ribs for that price. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So let me ask you this: is this the new thing? Drinking, like, shut up.
Okay.
There's no stem.
This is the new thing.
Is it? I mean, to me, that's not. It's, I don't know.
You're kind of old school.
I'm
with
old
the
school.
wine.
I gotta have the little, you know, the handle.
Which is interesting because, you know, connoisseurs say that you're not supposed to hold it because you're heating it up.
Yeah, and that's why you have the stem
flavor.
and you're twisting it and turning it and.
But this is the new thing. I don't know. I feel like you get a heck of a lot more in it.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, anyway, I got, again, thanks to Tanya, we got the, at the end of the day, Global Voodoo Fuel. And what am I drinking here? I don't even know what I'm drinking anymore. Oh, yeah. Ballast Point, Mango Even Keel. So, enjoying some of that tonight.
There we go.
First question we have is from Dorothy. No, actually, I take that back. Kim's going to answer that question another time. See what happens with live? I mean, you know, hey. Anyway,
you told me if it has a K on there.
Yeah.
That's
So here's what I do, right? I write down all of your guys' questions, and then sometimes I need like a little bathroom break, aka have a cigarette during a live show. So I've got it kind of scripted where it's like, Kim, you answer these. But first question is from Mike C. Another great video, Mike. Going to be a jury day up here in Massachusetts. I plan to get a lot listed. Also, I think everyone should read The Millionaire Next Door. It's a real eye opener and super motivational. Remember your sister bought me that book?
She
did. Long time ago.
A long time ago, it seems
and I read that book, and honestly, I mean, it's got my vote. But, you know, I'm not going to give away the secrets, but if you are an entrepreneur, if you are going, hey, what is this about?
It had some really good advice,
Oh, my God,
I think.
yeah. It was it's an amazing book. It's you know, sum it up, it's The Millionaire Next Door. You think you can get it on Amazon for $6. You could probably get a PDF somewhere. But the takeaway I got from that is that in life, you never know who is the millionaire. You know?
You
never know who, like, your neighbor could be a millionaire, but they drive an older car, They have beat up jeans.
Yeah, you don't have to be flashy.
Yeah.
At all.
So I think that's what TV did. And that's what YouTube's doing, is it's all about sexy, flashy. Look at me, look how cool I am.
Yeah.
Look at my cars.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, at the end of the day, that's great that people could do that if that's their own money. But at the same point in time, you know, realistically here, when you're reading this book, you'll see, okay, it's just the guy next door. You know, it's the farmer. The farmer who's got the same beat up jeans.
Yeah, I think if we were to win $1 million right now in the lottery, or, you know, got rich off of baseball card billionaire.
Yeah, well, we're getting really close there.
We're getting close, you know.
Yeah, just probably a couple more weeks of baseball card billionaire, and we're out of here.
Yeah.
We're just going to leave YouTube. We're like, dude, the heck with these people. They're nuts.
But I don't know that we would significantly change our lifestyle. Sure, there are things we do. We'd probably go on a vacation to Europe or something like that. But, you know, maybe a classic car. Maybe, get rid of the minivan,
I'm gonna get the grill gold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for Sheezy or Wheezy or whatever their names are these days.
Really?
No.
Really?
No, but you're right. I mean, what else would you want to do? You go on vacations. I mean,
that's the thing.
Maybe a new car.
Yeah, I mean,
what kind of car would you want?
I honestly, I don't need anything fancy.
Well, what would you want? I mean, you've seen cars that are out and about there.
I would be happy with just like a little Altima.
Yeah, because remember at first.
Actually, no. I really want an SUV.
SUV. So. Remember the minivan before we bought it? That was like, oh my! Now Kim was like dying for a minivan.
I was dying
let's get
for a minivan.
It's like $29,000 or $32,000 whatever.
But you know what? We needed it. Maddie with cheer, Anthony with baseball. We were constantly our kids were younger, so we were constantly needing it.
Yeah.
And it served its purpose well.
See, I think I would get a Ferrari and put on the license plate like globalvoodoo, and it'd just be in every video, and I just flaunt it like a bad scene in Miami Vice, you know, where I would just be walking up really slow motion.
Yeah, you have enough of the Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, like it'd be slash Miami Vice.
So you'll just have to like open up the top.
Yeah, like
and
Miami Vice slash Magnum PI, and then it's just every clip of me in the car, guys, is slow motion.
A slow motion.
And I would just put ridiculous titles on YouTube, like watch me go 150,000 in my Ferrari. Oh. And then no, I wouldn't, but I would like a cool car like that. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't buy something brand new. I would probably buy something used.
I would really invest.
I'd be happy with my old Camaro, or the old Formula, '88 Formula. I'd be happy with that, spinning around. Anyway, did we even answer the question? Yeah, it was. Well, he was shouting out the Millionaire Next Door book, which I definitely recommend if you guys are readers. It's a great entrepreneur book, and it's a good mindset book to get you to really having realistic goals and having a work ethic. Nothing is really made overnight, and honestly, nothing is.
No, it's not. It never is.
Whether it's reselling, whether it's stock market, whether it's housing, it's all time and effort, and that's why I really like the book, because it's just he interviews people that are millionaires, and you wouldn't have a clue. Got a question here from Jersey Recycler. Hi, Mike. Was looking at some of your past videos from December 2016. You were talking about wanting to clean out your garage. Have you considered a local auction house who could sell some of your bulky and small items? I have, and we haven't gone that road yet. One of the issues is that we have a trailer, and the trailer, when we had it in Illinois, didn't need to be tagged.
Yeah.
Like we didn't need to have a license plate on it.
Yeah.
Here we do, but we drove the heck out of it from Chicago to Arizona here. That I don't even know if it works anymore. My neighbor's like, dude, that thing's not even worth $100. It still looks nice. It serves a purpose, but the point of what I'm trying to say is that my idea is like that stuff could pile up here and there, and I want to go to hit a flea market. I want to do something locally. Here, you guys can understand. I mean, for you guys that aren't in Arizona, it's hot here right now. This is like the winter months, like we were talking about before, where there's not too much action. Now, I could drive my minivan up to an auction house in Phoenix or in Tucson, and they can unload the stuff, sure. It's just, at this point, I'm not seeing that it's an option. I just rather take all of our stuff at some point and, sell it at a flea market and see what we can do with there. But, I mean, I'm really, as much as I'm in a hurry to get rid of the stuff, I'm not, because, like all those books.
I know.
Those books, I mean, the reason why we're holding on these, they're penny books on Amazon, guys. They're not worth much. But we've had garage after garage sale, and people are buying them. And it's only $4 for $1, and it's taking up space, but it's not taking up space in the garage. It's taking up space in the trailer, which if I pulled all the books out of the trailer, then I got to go and take the trailer down the road and make sure it's licensed. It's a whole process. So at some point I got to deal with it, but I'm only going to deal with it when it's nicer weather, because that thing blows out at me in the highway. I don't want to be monkey wrenching on the side of the freaking road, guys. You know. So, but yeah, there's typically, like, that's what we did in Illinois. We had too much stuff. We would just take it to the auctioneer, and we used to go to a lot of auctions in Illinois, like physical auctions.
Yeah,
today there's a lot of digital auctions, online auctions. I think the closest one to us is like in Phoenix or Tucson, where it's live auctions, and they're every freaking seems like every day out there. But yeah, you never know. We might just pull down that road and do that. And you see any questions that you want to answer in the chat, or no? Okay. All right, another question.
I mean, there are questions, but I mean, I think some of them are what's in here.
What's in here? Okay, cool. All right, here we got another question from Ratty CXS4. Curious if you guys are saving some of the profits to use for a different type of business, as you mentioned, as property or flipping cars or boats. Yes.
Yeah, you've talked before about, you know, we have a picking fund, and we do different things.
Yeah, again, having a picking fund, you know, whether it's you got to start it somewhere. This is the biggest thing, is starting it somewhere. Start taking $10 and just putting it aside, or, you know, there's a lot of ways now, you know, with your bank accounts that you can have transactions go into a virtual other account. You wouldn't even notice it. So, you know, yeah, I mean, that's the reason for reselling. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll be honest with you guys. There's, you know, when you're in the summer months, you don't get paid.
Right.
So all the money we've saved up and all the money that we're selling every day, because I sell stuff every day. Every day, money comes in. Sometimes it's very little, and sometimes it's nice.
Yeah.
You know, it all kind of balances out. But, you know, through the summer months, you know, we don't. It's not like it's slow. So we do the best we can for whatever. But we're always saving money. That's, you know, how we got this house. That's how we get the finer things in life.
Yeah,
like
we use credit very sparingly.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, we do have credit cards, but we hardly ever use them. We'll use them for, you know, different things like, okay, I'm going to put gas in the car just to kind of keep them active.
We use them as an advantage, so it helps our credit report.
Right, but honestly, other than that, it's not like we don't run our lives or our business off of credit. If we can't pay for it outright, if we don't have money in the bank to pay for what we're putting on our credit card, then we just don't do it.
Yeah, because there's systems. Like if you're in a position right now and you have great credit, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, you know, there's a system to just having credit cards, and you got to charge something here and then come back down here every month. But you can't leave a balance. You leave a balance there, your credit score is going to be.
You know what I'm
saying? So we can go on that a whole other video, but yeah, to answer your question, yeah, we save money looking for bigger things to flip. We do. You know, and I've said that before. I like to get into properties. I like to get into cars. You know, something a little bit more bigger. You know, more bang for your buck, rather than hustling a lot of small things. But the hustle of the small things does pay the bills and adds to the savings account. So, but appreciate the question there. This one's from Melody. Hi, have you ever sold any foreign vinyl? I saw a bunch of my Goodwill that had what looked like Hebrew type lettering on the covers. Thanks for all you share. Yeah, honestly, I only grab the ones that may be a foreign copy of something I know, like a rock band, like
imports.
The Who. Yeah, imports.
Imports.
I don't go after stuff that is like I can't even read the title, and now I could be shooting myself in the foot, you know, because eBay is a growing market, and Etsy, just ban them.
Yeah, no, I just read it and I was like,
whoa,
hello,
hey, there we go. It's a live show again. But, you know, I don't personally go after the stuff that I can't read, and that could be a bad part of my decision to do that, but most of the time I see this stuff, I mean, it looks older, 60s, 70s, that, I mean, I've seen some Hebrew stuff, some Israeli stuff, Russian records, Spanish records. We see that a lot out here.
Yeah, Spanish,
a ton of Spanish records.
Yeah.
And now here's the thing, for the Spanish records, we have a connection here in Arizona with Spanish records because we bought a big record lot out, and I broke down all the stuff that I understood what it was, and there was Spanish stuff, so we separated that, put it in Craigslist, and like that, I had guys, and this guy came over and was like, here's the money. I got a video about it. Yeah. But the guy's always looking for Spanish records, so, you know,
he was a DJ, I believe he said, or he
was
at
a flipper.
One point, he might have been.
I guarantee he's the flipper. He goes somewhere up north, and he's got crates of records, and they're all Spanish records, and he sells them for $2 a pop.
Can I tell a funny story about imports?
Sure.
Since we're kind of on that. All right, so when I was 18, I went to Europe, and one of the things, I had a friend, he was like, oh, hey, look for imports while you're over there. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, right? So I go into like a record store. I think I was in Spain or something at the time. And I go into a record store that they had there, and I was looking around, and I'm like, geez, I don't know what I'm looking at here. And so I asked one of the people, I speak Spanish, so I asked one of the people, hey, do you have an import section? They said, yes, we do. So I'm thinking, score, man.
Yeah. Remember the record stores back in the day? Like, that was the hit.
Yeah.
The foreign section.
So I went
Import
over
section.
to the import section, and it was all the Americans, like the stuff that I would buy at, at Sam Goody or whatever, you know?
What'd you think, man? They screwed me?
Yeah, I was like, well, what the hell is this? They don't have anything. So
This is
I come
the same
home.
New Kids on the Block that I could buy back home.
So yeah, so I come home and my friend says to me, oh, hey, were you able to get anything? I said, no. I said, everything was like the same thing we have in America. It was really weird. And he says to me, well, what section were you looking at? I said, well, I was looking in the import section. He's like, oh my God, you're such a blonde. He's like, it would be imports because it's imported from America.
Exactly.
And I'm like, oh. So there's my
So if you go
my
overseas
kid moment.
and you
If
look
you
in
go
the import
overseas,
section-
don't look in the import section. Look in the regular section.
Yeah. Did you overlook the regular section?
I totally overlooked the
Wow.
regular section. I was looking for the imports.
Media's changed so much. Like,
I still laugh at myself. I'm like, God, I'm an idiot.
do you remember like when
sometimes.
media came out, cassette tapes, CDs? I mean, it was it was huge. It was mall type stuff, you know?
Yeah.
When you were at the mall, man, you went in there like, dude, what CD came out? Like, especially like I can remember like when it went from cassette tapes to CDs.
Yeah, that was a
And I saw a
big
CD
deal.
player, and I'm like, dude, I want one of those. I need one of those. And I remember it. I bought a Genesis Invisible Touch when I got my first CD player. I don't know how. It was a portable CD player thing. I don't know.
That's what I got. I remember that
Walkman.
the Easter Bunny brought me a Sony Discman and a membership to BMG with all kinds of CDs in
You
there
can get them all for a penny.
that the Easter Bunny picked out for me. And some of it was music like I would never have listened to.
Like
And-
who?
Well, I
A
don't
lot
know.
of country, wasn't it? Sometimes like after you ordered so many,
Yeah.
and you got it back in the mail, you're like, damn, this is like Billy Cyrus.
I did get some country. I did have Billy Ray
Did you?
Cyrus. I really did. I had some Garth, which that's good.
Yeah.
I would never have ordered an MC Hammer CD, yet the Easter
They
Bunny ordered one for
Yeah,
me.
you had to, you know.
So-
you got to fulfill orders.
Yeah.
Because if it says 12, you just can't order 10. So you got to put MC Hammer in the cart too. That's probably how he sold 1 million records. Honestly, you know.
It
'Cause
probably is.
that was the time
BMG.
frame. That was the time frame in that late 80s, early 90s. That was the explosion of like music, especially hip hop. I used to walk into the Sam Goody and be like, all right, what can we find here? And I'll never forget when I found NWA. You know, and it had the
I
parental
know.
sticker on it.
People
And I was like,
might not realize
I'm like,
that you were like Flava Flav. Like you had the clock
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff around you.
hey man,
like,
I know how to roll. I was the kid
can
at
you
school.
imagine Mike with a big old clock around?
Yeah, my picture, one of my yearbooks, I had the Flavor Flav clock on it. No joke, right? I'll have to dig that picture up. My mom probably has it. Anyway, I was the kid at school that had all the good hip hop. You know?
Yeah, well.
Cool G Rap, DJ Polo, right? I mean, I had it all from freaking... But when NWA came out, it had that sticker on it. I'm like, damn. And I went to go buy it, and they're like, no, you're not 18. So I called my mom up. I'm like, Mom, you got to take me back to the mall. We got to get this record. And at that point, she was like, what is this? You know? I'm like, don't worry about it, Mom.
Don't
Just
worry
buy
that it says
Dude,
parental.
I threw that in the
No.
cassette tape. No, it was
CD.
cassette tape. Maybe a CD. I don't know. One of the two. Threw it in there, and I'm like, whoa, this stuff's crazy. This is how it is to live in the hood. Right? Seriously. And
See, I never lived in the hood.
and then I
so
started
don't know.
going from that to that to that, and then I break out to Led Zeppelin, AC/DC.
Yeah.
So my genres of
I
music
had
were always,
AC/DC.
I went through everything. I went through Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah, I had
Gin
Hootie.
Blossoms.
Yeah,
I mean, it just went on.
Absolutely.
Because that was my thing. Music was always my thing. No matter what I was doing, music. But yeah. Anyway, off topic. Let's jump back into some
All
questions.
right, here we go.
Landon Lambert, hey Mike, quick question. What do you say is a good ROI? I've never really looked at ROI until you brought it to my attention. Here's the thing. I mean, I'm not going to go into great detail about ROI because some people want to argue with me about it, right? Some people want to say this, some people want to say this. I'm just sharing it to show you guys, man, this is the numbers you got to look at, right? Because I'm telling you guys, okay? If you know your numbers, you'll know your business. You'll know your profits. You'll know everything. Now, obviously, the most important thing in reselling is the profit. You turn $1 into 10, right? but also what's the ROI there? Because when you start branching out and you have all these products everywhere, can they make you money? You know, that's the key. So if you can find something, excuse me, that you could take to $2 into $8, you know, what's the math on that? 400% ROI, whatever it is, you know. You're making money, right? And don't be ashamed to say, well, I'm selling smalls, because if you're going to sit there, and again, everybody can run their reselling business the way they want to.
Sure, of course.
Right?
That's
I only want to sell $100 items. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying, know your ROI and be happy with what you have. If it's an item that was going to take you 45 minutes to list, and you bought it for $1, but you're going to get $2 back, then that's where I would say let's put that aside, put it in a pile somewhere. Maybe you can lot it up. But if it's something like a CD or a book or something small that literally you can list in seconds, yeah. Hey, Krillin, appreciate it, man. Super chat. You guys don't have to super chat me, but Krillin, you keep super chatting me, dude. Stop. But I do appreciate it. What is it?
Flava Flav and Super Cat were from my hood.
From my hood, yeah, right. We've got another one here. Appreciate it. Clips deals. Guys, don't let's
this is hysterical.
All right, what do we got?
Here is some money for next week's six-pack, Mike. Thanks for all the advice
Appreciate
in your daily videos from Eclipse Deals.
Eclipse Deals, man. Hey, appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
I do
Very
appreciate
nice.
the support. You know, you guys are great. Really appreciate it. I don't come on here to this is a telethon. The reason we do this is not for the money.
It's actually fun.
It's fun. We enjoy talking, and
aside from the weird
you're not
people
going to
that
see.
get in here sometimes.
Yeah, there's I wanted to say this earlier in the video. We're not brewing up our YouTube channel to sell you a big package down the road. That's not what we're doing. I just want to make that clear, right?
Yeah, there are some people who have said that. No,
people are saying, "Oh, what are you doing with these vlogs?" And I'm like, "Dude, I like the vlogs, and people like them too, so I'm gonna continue doing it." And
yeah, actually, it's gonna probably be just the opposite coming up in just a little bit here.
What?
Not selling something, giving away something for free. So.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cool things happening here, guys, that we have planned down the road here.
Coming down.
For you guys that are resellers that want to learn more, trust me that I'm a business person. But I'm a normal guy, guys. Just like if you saw me at a thrift shop, you saw us at Fry's, you see us at Home Depot. We are no different than you guys. The only thing that I have here that anybody is that you guys watch me, us. You know, you watch us, and you've a lot of from the feedback we've gotten, you've learned, and it's reselling works. At the end of the day, that's all I can say about that. But
and we had fun in like Lowe's today.
Yeah.
Hanging out in the barbecue section.
Yeah, I don't care what people think.
Oh no, we got to get that set up, man. That was pretty good.
So here's the crazy part is we've got those little gondola things. What do they call those? Pergolas? I got 2 of them sitting inside the house.
I know, but
we didn't have all the fancy fake granite.
Yeah,
I don't want fake granite. We did granite.
I know.
Well, at some point we will. That was the whole purpose. Baby steps, right? We got a house here.
I know.
Baby stepping up everything.
Now
right?
it's time to kind of up the ante. So.
But what was that question? I don't even know where I was going with that.
Okay, well, you had just done the ROI.
Okay, so back to the ROI, really quick to sum that up for you, Landon. Again, you want to make sure how much time will it take for you to list that item? Okay, are you willing to wait on that item? This is the key to everything, right? If everybody's going to sell smalls and they're all long tail smalls, then you got to make sure, okay, how's the cycle looking every 30 days? Is this stuff flipping for me? If it's not, can you afford to sit on that item that maybe you paid 10 cents for that sells for $4 and it's on eBay, for example, not Amazon? Because eBay, if you have the eBay store and all that, after a certain quantity, you're getting charged every month for that particular item. So I would say, same with Amazon, to some extent, you're paying $40 for the store, right? Unless you're listing things individually. But I would say find an ROI that works for you. With that in mind, there's a lot of resellers that are out here, guys, and including me. We are cheap. If I go to a garage sale, guys, and there's piles of stuff, and I just walk in like, just like I'm doing this YouTube video.
Yeah.
How much is all that? Oh, and then that's when you go, I don't know. Well, how much? That? And ching, 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 it's cheap.
Yeah.
Right? Let me get some more of that good stuff and throw on this table. How much now? $12? Thank you. That $12 is $800 of the stuff.
Right, and you bundle it together, totally.
Yeah, this happens. I mean, for you guys that are out there just hitting thrift stores, you're like, dude, they're raising the prices. There's nothing here. You got to go somewhere else to find the ROI.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. The thrift stores, you might go in there and find a little cherry. Hey, I popped a cherry. I found me a freaking Coogee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I do when I go to these thrifts. I'm like, all right, I go in there, unless it's like some of the clothing stuff. It's like, all right, $3 here. I know that's a $10 profit. Let me throw it to auction in 7 days. Boom, should be gone. But maximize your money. That's what I think is. We should do a whole show on that because I think people are getting fooled by all of this hype with going to Goodwill and giving them $7 every time for a piece of clothing.
Yeah.
You know, that'll get you buried.
There's a couple questions. I know we've got some written down, but a couple questions in here. Number one, ROI is return on investment. That's what that means. Yes, we do sell on other platforms other than eBay, Etsy, and Amazon. We have our own websites that we sell on. Of course, we also do the local game and from time to time Mercari.
Mercari, yeah. I haven't been, you know, we do it from time to time.
Yeah, if it's something that's going to sell well there for us, or we think it's going to sell well there, we'll do there. So local game also, and then like I said, we do have our own website. We do we shop estate sales. We don't host.
Yeah, no,
does that make sense? Like we're not like Caring Transitions is
we don't run estate
We're not
sales.
the ones that run it, but we'll shop estate sales.
But at some point, just to get you guys in on the scoop, you'll probably be seeing that from me at some point in the near future. But you know, again, going back to the ROI thing really quick, you know, return your investment. If you want to know how to do the formula, just Google it. You know, you can look at the images. They tell you here's how to work the formula. You know your numbers. You got to know your numbers in this business because if you don't know your numbers and you don't know. You got to track everything.
Yeah, keep
good
track of it.
Right?
Whether it's an Excel spreadsheet or you use QuickBooks or some other accounting software, however you do it, you need to put it in the system, what it is, what you bought it for while you still remember. You know, and then where you listed it at, you know, that's I guess how we started out, and I kind of set up QuickBooks a little bit this way too, but what the product is. So let's just say, you know,
T-shirt,
hat, okay, and be as specific as possible, but you don't need 100-word description, but you know,
you don't need Kansas Jayhawks
Cubs championship hat, you know,
let's put hat.
Paid. You know, one column is how much we paid for it. Okay, let's say $1. Paid $1. Where is it listed at? eBay, let's say. Or maybe you've cross-listed it. So you've got eBay, Etsy, Amazon. So you know when that sells, you can go back and take it off those other platforms. Then what it sold for when it sells. So you'll need a column for that. And then fees. So that you can take out your shipping.
Take out true fees. So you got to break it down.
Let's say you sold on eBay. So shipping fees, whatever that was, let's say $2. Your listing fee, I don't know, 35 cents. Your PayPal fee, $1.27.
And then you got to go another step further. How much do those poly bags cost you? How much did that tape cost you?
Right. So
how much did that piece of paper cost you to print out that thing? If you print out invoices, see, we print out everything. We have a hard copy of every sale,
just in case the apocalypse happens and we can't get online.
See, okay, I wanted to bring this up. I'm glad we're going this direction because in order to, if you are reselling full time, or you maybe have a spouse that's working and the other spouse is reselling, and you're trying to get to a point to buy a piece of property, buy your first home, okay, you got to remember this information is key, okay, and you're going to need physical copies, not only to show the banks or whoever you're dealing with to get a loan, but also. It's a multi-purpose thing. It's a multi-purpose tool. So one, you need it for your own protection, right? Just because you filed your taxes doesn't mean throw it and burn it. You get audited in this business, it is a nightmare, okay? We're not going to go into details about audits.
No,
I'm just saying
it would be a nightmare.
Other experienced sellers, I'm just telling you, okay? I don't know how many years you've been selling, 17, 18 years? You get audited once in this reselling business, it'll scare the bejesus out of you, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that for tonight. But that's the reason why you have all this documentation. The other reason is for data mining, right? When you have these spreadsheets, you have these softwares that can tell you, okay, what is my top selling item? Because maybe you sell different types of crap, right? And you could break it all down and look at it because once you have these tools in front of you, you become more powerful than you think.
Yeah, wow, thank you, Wade's Ventures, for the super chat. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
There's no question there.
Yeah, ask a question, Wade. I mean, I want to get you guys on the right path, and I want you to say to yourself, you know, it's about numbers, it's about ROI, it's about profits, it's advancing your life, right? These are common business skills that I think everybody should have. It's not about, I bought that for $2, I sold 80, right? And then how much profit you make? I made $78 profit. No, you didn't. Okay? Okay, no, you didn't. And then
it really helps you, especially if you're new, but even if you're not, it really helps you understand the cost of your business. It helps you to understand, because you might think you're making a profit.
Yes.
And you're actually not. You know, and what I mean by that,
we're not saying that in an ignorant way.
No. And
Please don't look at it that way.
Yeah, no. What I mean by that is, like, after 30 days. Okay, so you start. Let's say you're going to say, okay, August 1st, Kim, I'm going to start a spreadsheet. I'm going to do exactly what you said.
If you guys are in a spreadsheet,
Okay.
you want my spreadsheet? I'll give it to you for free. I'm not going to charge you for a spreadsheet. I'll give you the exact spreadsheet that we use. That you got to put your own plug in your own numbers, right?
So let's say, okay, Kim, you know, August 1st, I'm going to start this. I'm going to do it just like you said. Come August 31st or September 1st, whatever, you know, 30 days have gone by. Now, you can add up those columns and you can see just how much you spent on inventory. You can see how much you spent on fees. You know, you have a whole breakdown. Spreadsheets are great because, especially when you sell on other platforms, different platforms. Now, I know eBay has their own system,
I mean, there's all their systems to do it all, but the thing is knowing your system, knowing your bottom line pricing. I'm not gonna. If you guys look behind me, move your head over here.
Oh,
there's some people here that these are my. You know, when you go to my main page, people I recommend: Peddling Profits, Liz Schultz. You got Peter here, the Shark, and you got Steve. Right? There's somebody on this panel here, and I think most of them are probably like the same way. But I can tell you right now, there's somebody I talked to recently that's on this panel here of people that literally, and he or she's probably gonna get mad, but this is the trick. This is kind of the secret to reselling, is buy cheap, buy in bulk, right? Find out where those opportunities are at, because this individual shared me something the other night. Again, they're probably gonna be mad at me saying this. I'm not giving out the true data what they told me, but they literally spent like $700 all of 2017, and they've generated $40,000. And this isn't no bullshit. This is not BS. This isn't like I'm trying to sell you guys. And I believe this person because I know their business. I know where they get the stuff from. I don't question that.
Yeah.
That, to me, when I hear that from somebody who's got experience, they know what they're doing, that's how you make money in this business.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
But you won't know that unless you're tracking your numbers.
That's exactly right. You have to be able to know your numbers. And even if you have been reselling for a while and you're like, yeah, actually, I don't really think that I know my numbers if somebody were to get down to it.
Let's go back to this. Remember, a couple episodes back, maybe it was last week, when we were talking about, you know, how all this money was coming in. We had this business I owned.
Yes.
And all the money was coming. We were reckless, guys. Let's just be clear.
Yeah, we were.
We didn't keep track. We didn't use Microsoft Money in 1997.
No.
We started using that type of stuff, that type of programming, and Dave Ramsey type of stuff, when all of our money was gone. We were going, well, what the hell happened to it all? Right? So that's a life lesson.
It is. We thought, oh, this income stream is just continually going to happen, and this is our lifestyle, and then when it went away,
when I started hanging out with Rob Lowe,
shoot.
Remember hanging out with Rob Lowe, Jennifer Aniston? I mean, we used to go over there for cafes.
It was fun.
And Funky Water. Remember the Funky Water? Like it was, and you asked them what was that water for, and there was like $18 a bottle.
It was crazy.
We never met these people. Just gabbing here.
No.
All right, so let's get to another one of the questions here. They did you last, Mike. How do you spruce up your electronics like that Sony battery charger and wire? Thing looked brand new. Thanks for any help if you can get to this comment. Got to the comment, man. Appreciate it. Here it is. It's simple. Okay. Well, what are those wipes that we get that come in
the Clorox wipes?
Honestly.
Clorox. And actually, they're not even Clorox wipes. They're the ones from the Dollar General.
Yeah, they're the cheap ones for a buck.
Cheap Clorox. They're, cheap Clorox wipes.
Yeah, cheap. You grab it and you kind of just move this around. Sometimes you got to take a little brush to get into like remotes or those little electronic pieces. And then honestly, I take the extra step further. I get those little, what are those little ties called?
The zip ties?
The zip ties, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll zip tie the wires together, make it look nice, presentable, and then I put it in a poly bag. That's all I do. And I take a photograph of that on a white background. That's it. Yeah.
And
that stuff
those Clorox wipes are amazing,
man.
The generic ones anyway. I mean, I'm sure the regular ones are fine, but why spend the extra $2 on it when the other ones work just the same?
like previous episodes were like, hey, we watched Netflix Bloodline.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the couch sitting like this with Clorox wipes on a freaking remote control.
He's sitting there wiping
and I'm watching it, and I'm multitasking, guys. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm in a million different places at one time. But that's the thing, and it's just about, I want to sell a product that is presentable. If it's not presentable, then I'm probably not going to sell it to some extent. But.
Okay, Relic Picker, do not be embarrassed to say that. Relic Picker says, I'm embarrassed to say he trolls on trash day.
Oh, dude.
Oh, hello.
Dude, I am telling you something right now.
Alert.
No. I really wish. This is here. Let's go back something here. And then you're going to have to answer some questions. When we first moved here, the first thing I did was I looked at the trash schedule. And it broke it down on some.
Which streets?
In like Casa Grande, it would say Thursdays is here. And I used to go over there and I'm like, I can't find shit. But I had printed them all up because we came here with a little trailer with nothing.
Yeah.
And I love garbage picking, honestly. Yeah. There's not, I mean, here I wish I could find more, but there's never, it's crazy over here.
Yeah,
like we're not like a big city.
They don't really do that over here like they did back home.
Well, there's a couple times a year where they just load everything out there, but the times that it's happened, the past couple times we were here, it was raining like bad. So like there was the last year's thing.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was this year. It was like January. It was a big rainstorm, and people were dumping their stuff out there. But I drove around. I'm like, oh my god, everything was destroyed.
Yeah, that was
like the furniture and everything like that. But yeah, if you can go find the free shit. Matter of fact, Steve, our buddy Steve, he found a big freaking now open thing.
He just put that in there.
Yeah, garbage.
Just put that in there. So yeah, don't be embarrassed by that.
Man.
Dude. Heck no.
Dude.
Don't be embarrassed by that.
Nobody's gonna look down on you, right? Now, if you have a spouse that's like, oh man, what are you doing? Show them the money. Show them the money.
Yeah.
Right? Because then they're gonna go, you keep digging away, boy. Right? They're gonna be like, you keep going in garbage picking. Matter of fact, here's a Red Bull.
I will say, it took a while. You had to prove some stuff
I know.
to me. Because, people are always like, oh, you have such a supportive wife. Oh, that's so great. Okay, I'll be honest. I was not always very supportive of.
Most people in my family think I'm nuts.
This. Well, they've gotten over it, I think. But, he'd say to me, well, I'm going out on, when it's cleanup day and whatever, and I'm going to go dig through people's trash. And I'm like, what?
I'm running gun, man.
No.
Running gun.
But
I'm bringing home dressers.
Yeah,
I'm
then
waking
I see
Kim
what
up at
he's
3 in the
bringing
morning.
home, and I'm like, oh.
3 in the morning, I'm waking up Kim. Kim, you ain't gonna believe this. Leave me alone. No, Kim, this is a home run. Remember
Seriously, he would wake me up at 3 in the morning.
Do you remember the shoe haul?
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
All of those Nike, Adidas, Mitre, like football and soccer cleats.
Yeah.
I pull up this garbage and I'm like, what's the deal here? There's this like U-Haul box. I'm like, mother load. I'm screaming at 3 in the morning to myself, guys, honestly. And I'm just sitting there like jacked up. I put it in the van. We sold every one of those pairs on Craigslist, like $5 a pair. Like people were like, where do you get $5 pair of shoes at in Cary, Illinois?
Yeah.
I got them right here because maybe football coach over here had a fetish. I don't know what his deal was. Why he had 300 pairs of it.
See, and here it is. It got to the point that I was like, oh, well, we could use an end table, a new end table, or. We could use something.
Remember the buffet
for the
lunch?
House. Yeah. Oh, we could use I could use that, but I could use a buffet stand. Sure. So if you see that while you're out, just go ahead.
Sure.
So he started bringing stuff home that I could repurpose, or I could.
That's what got us into that.
And do stuff. Yeah. And so then I was kind of like, all right, well, that's not so bad. So yeah, don't be embarrassed.
Here's a funny story. I was behind a Chinese restaurant on Route 14
in
Crystal Lake. It was right by Pete's shop, the Craigslist Hunter.
Oh Lord!
It was this Chinese restaurant. I'm driving behind it at 2 in the morning, and I kill my lights in the van, and I'm just driving over there. And there's this metal like shelf thing, but it's where they stored the food. And I was like, dude, I know those are worth money. Those industrial shelves.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's bloody. Like, who knows what was on this thing? What they were cooking or what they were cutting or what was rotten on it. I put it in the van, I'm like, treasure. Brought it home, a little spit shot, and I cleaned it up. $45 through on Craigslist next morning. Sold.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a win. Free shit.
Yeah.
There was a comment a couple weeks ago, and somebody said, and I don't know if they were from the United States or they're international, but they freaking nailed it here. This is land. The people is wealth, whether you believe it or not, right? People are giving away things. I mean, how we make a living going to a thrift stop. Why is some guy going, oh, you know what? This chitin shirt doesn't feel right. This Brioni one doesn't feel right either. I need to upgrade. And they're going to take the 20 freaking things to the Goodwill.
Yeah.
For people like us.
Yeah.
Right? Or the people that just throw stuff out there like, dude, whatever. Because our land here is wealth. And wealth, it comes in different sectors. The garbage, to some people, when people are throwing their garbage out, oh yeah, that's all trash, right? And then people like us go in and go, whoa, whoa, whoa,
the
whoa,
old
whoa.
saying, one person's garbage is another person's treasure, right?
It's it's a cycle.
Yeah.
No matter where you are in life, if you've got 2 nickels to scrub together and and that's all you have, go get creative. Go dig around the trash. No joke, man. No joke. Right? Because I'll tell you what, if I knew there was honey hole trash days every day, see here we can't honestly, so you guys know this. Trash days out here, it has to go in a can. They can't throw shit to the curb like in Illinois. Trash days, every trash day in Illinois, it's to the curb.
Yeah. I mean, we had trash cans, obviously, but you could also put
throw out furniture, couches,
things, dimensions, and whatever.
Bikes.
Yeah.
Here, there's none of that.
They don't have that at all.
So if you're in an area where it's open trash, there was somebody here, I watched one of his videos, I don't know his name, maybe you guys can help me. Taco something. Taco Stacks, I think it is. Go check this guy out. I'll give him a formal shout out at some point. You gotta watch this cat. Okay? It's Taco Stacks, I believe it is. Hitting up the trash bins, man. It's like, man, dude, I want that. So maybe subscribe to him if you see him, or I'll probably shout him out at some point. Because I've been enjoying his videos, honestly. I'm like, this is cool stuff. So we've answered these questions here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. We're just having some fun here. I'll let you get to these here, and then we're gonna move on with the other questions. And then I'm really dreading tonight's what we're gonna eat.
I am too.
Like I feel like I'm gonna dry heave.
Oh, actually no, these are okay. If we had gotten those other things,
I don't know. So
I'll be okay with those.
So just a warning, something might happen.
Okay, so Dorothy Munoz says, not about thrifting, but just wondering if I've ever seen the grammar pencils. Look for them online. It reminded me of Kim in the Grammar Corner. They point out the same mistakes that Kim points out. They're great. I have not seen the grammar pencils. However, I think that I am going to be looking for them as soon as we get off here tonight. Ooh, that'd be awesome. Tabitha, Mike, you have the Lily Munster gray hair streak starting. It's time for Just for Men hair dye. I don't know if you meant that to be funny, but I kind of didn't take it very funny. Unfortunately, sometimes that's the thing with, leaving a comment. It doesn't always come out right. He doesn't have a gray streak like Lily Munster. He does have gray in his hair for sure, but...
Oh, you're talking about that comment?
Personally, his hair is kind of getting salt and pepper, and personally, I think it's sexy as hell. So, guess what? That's all that matters, right? He is not going to color his hair.
I can never see, if I color him, last time I colored it blonde, remember?
Yeah, we did highlight you blonde once.
Yeah, that was cool.
So, yeah, no. I like it, so it's staying.
What would you do if I came home and spray painted my hair black?
Well, I hope you wouldn't spray paint it.
Spray paint it, Rogaine it, whatever you gotta do with it.
That's for if you're losing hair, Rogaine.
I just don't want to add things to my hair. My hair's precious.
No, your hair is great. I think it's sexy, so it shows your wisdom and maturity. All right. BB says, hey Mike, thank you for providing such educational and inspirational videos about reselling on eBay. I actually started listing some things this week just from things I had been collecting in my closet thanks to your inspiration. Excellent. It's a great place to start. Hey, it's free. You've already got it. I grew up in Casa Grande, so it's also fun to see my old stomping grounds. Although I haven't been there in 15 years, I don't recognize a thing. Yeah, I hear it's changed quite a lot. Obviously, I don't know. But yes, Dell's Pizza is still around. So we have gone there a few times. It's been kind of hit or miss for us. Sometimes we've gone and it's excellent. Other times we've gone and it's not so great. So kind of hit or miss for me. Careless, I'm sorry. I clearly, see, this is what happens. I turned 40, now I need glasses, I can't read. SM Carless says, happy birthday, Kim, thank you. My wife and I hit the 40 next year. It's just a number. Thank you for giving of who you are and what you have inside by teaching. Teachers are so often undervalued. Don't you know it? Even Joanne Fabrics isn't going to let me take my teacher discount if you watch today's video. Anyway, love your Grammar Corner. I work with disadvantaged youth down the road from you guys in Eloy. hey, we should hook up
man,
sometime.
shoot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I started reselling a few months ago to help squirrel away some retirement. Thanks for what you do. Stay positive and know that for every ding-dong sissy lala out there, there are a few more of us that really do appreciate what you do for the community. Thanks for what you both do.
Yeah,
and that was a great comment. Thank you. Yeah, I had a really hard time. Like 2 or 3 days leading up to the birthday were just like, I was laying on the floor just like,
You were just like flapping like a fish.
I was just like, oh.
And I remember looking at you going, I did the same thing.
I'm
Like,
gonna
you're
be
gonna
40.
be okay.
I'm just gonna die tomorrow. So yeah, I had kind of a hard time with this new decade, but you know, hey,
it's part of life, you know.
it is. Obviously, I can't go back. I'm just going to get
if
older.
I can go back in time.
If I could turn
If
back
I could turn back time,
yeah,
like when I make these things in the videos and these vlogs, guys, and I'm singing over things, call me out because half the time I don't even know the lyrics. It's terrible. Like if any of you guys want to come to Arizona and hang out and let's do karaoke because Kim loves karaoke, you'll look at me and be like, dude, this guy's a complete fool.
He does
right?
not
just
know
like
lyrics to
Sting,
anything.
like the Police song. I'm a pool hall ace.
Yeah.
Not my poor heart aches.
Yes.
I'm a pool hall ace.
Yeah.
With every breath you take.
He started singing that one day in
Yeah.
the car when we were dating. And I'm like, what the heck are you singing? And it was on the radio. And I'm like, he doesn't say pool hall ace.
I looked at Kim, I said, bullshit.
I
said, don't make me call Sting.
Aches.
No, no. If somebody's got to message Sting, text him, do whatever. He says pool hall ace.
He does not.
Yeah,
But
anyway.
Anywho.
All right, so we got a question here from Random Weirdness. Another great video. Do any of the workers at Goodwill or thrift store ever ask you why you're always buying different things? When last buying things to resell at Goodwill, the lady questioned what I was doing with the things I was buying, and I just straight up told her I was going to resell it. Laugh aloud. Yeah, I mean, these people know. Trust me.
I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And,
But so here's the other thing is that some time ago when I first moved here to Arizona, somebody who was, I had a Facebook group, Resellers Roundtable, and there was one person that, they just didn't like me. They reported me to Salvation Army. They had a book. This guy's doing this and this guy. They kicked me out of my own Salvation Army, right? And at the time, everybody knew what I was doing. The thrift store managers, the cashiers. I mean, I'm sitting there, I'm there every day running around. And, you know, it's been like this, you know, my whole life in Illinois. It's just, hey, if they ask, I'll tell them. Like today, for example, I bought that Columbia PFG pink salmon shirt, and the lady goes, why is that so special? I said, well, you probably know why it's special. She goes, no, I'm not the one that prices the stuff. I said, well, okay, well, you know, at that point I figured out she probably thought I was a reseller. What's the matter, Kim?
I can't unlock the back door to take the dog out.
Okay, well, I can unlock it for you.
Yeah, but then you're going to be away from the video.
Okay, here, how about this? Just turn it like this.
Did you not hear
See, this is why nobody could break into our house, because they couldn't even figure out how to open the door.
Dude, seriously, we need to get this door fixed because this is...
Swing it to the left.
I am.
To the left. Don't break the door. No, stop. Oh God, you're gonna make me get up.
Seriously, dude.
Oh God, here we go.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Jeez Louise,
There we go.
I'm trying to let the dog out.
The donations from tonight's video will go towards a new lock for the back door. No, but so the lady asked me about the pink salmon shirt. I said, well, I'm buying it because it's worth some money. And I told her flat out. I said it's vented. You know, people like that vented hunting outdoor shirt, and it's probably $49 at the store. So she's like, oh, okay. But yeah, I wouldn't be embarrassed if they ask you. Sometimes, honestly, like if I go to a new thrift store and somebody just blatantly asks me, I just play stupid. Like I don't even talk because I don't even want to get into it. Like, oh, well, I resell on eBay or Etsy or Amazon. I just don't even get into it because you know what? At the end of the day, it's not their business. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be your business if you're worried about, you know, what they think or what they say about you, because we're doing them a favor. That's why you got to see Goodwills popping up every other street corner, Salvation Armies. You see all this stuff because they just want to sell stuff. Like these thrift stores in my area over here, they don't even price their stuff. They go to other sorting facilities where there's the master pricer. And let me just throw this at you guys, right? YouTube community reselling is big. Okay, I don't get millions of views, but there's a lot of eyes that are watching, and I've had people, you know, going back to like my Pig for Profit paid group and some of the stuff that I put out there for paid stuff. I've had people from Salvation Army Corporate buy it, Goodwill managers buy it, of course, right? They want the low key on what are these top brands, what's selling, so they can jack the price up. You know, it's kind of a weird situation. I didn't even think about it before I created a lot of that stuff, but then it happened, and I'm like, whoa. You know, I've gone to thrift stores and seen things in the back room. You know, I've gone to thrift stores, and I know that I'm not the only one who've seen other people's content sitting on the wall, right? Top 100 brands to sell. So I would just say this, just you do the hustle. You know, if you want to interact with the people over there, I would say, yes, you want to interact with the people at your thrift store and be nice to them, because they could do a lot for you. If you're nice and you're communicating with them, you know, there's a lot of times I go to my Salvation Armies down here that's in Casa Grande. They see me walk in, they just roll carts out sometimes. Honestly, no joke. Because they're like, oh, Mike's here. And it's not like I'm the millionaire reseller. But they know Mike comes in here and he buys. If they've got all this stuff here and they're like, hey, man, Mike will buy it all, they'll sell to me. There's no doubt about it. They're running a business. So, you know, don't let that get you down. Don't let that discredit you or go, oh, God, I feel a little embarrassed about it. Then don't even answer it, you know? I mean, I've been in lines. I mean, even going back in the day when thrifting wasn't cool and reselling wasn't cool, where we would have shopping carts at Salvation Army, and everybody in line would have to stand behind us, because at that time there was only one cashier register, and shit was everywhere. It wasn't organized like it is now, you know? You just had to dig through the store like it was just mad craziness. And people in line every time it went, what are you doing with all this stuff? And I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes I wouldn't say anything, sometimes I'd say, mind your business. Shut your mouth, right? I'll crack you in the lip. I know that's crazy, but that's just me, you know, because sometimes people get on my freaking nerves, you know, but when it comes to the thrifting and all that stuff like that, I try to be as nice. I see other resellers. I'm always nice to the employees, the store managers. Sometimes I don't even talk to them. And I know some people are like looking at me and they're like, oh my God, this guy's a crazy person.
I'm not locking this door.
All right, don't lock the door. Lesson learned here on live shows, we don't lock the back door. But here's the thing, random weirdness. Don't be afraid to tell people what you do, especially when it's other circles. Like if you're in an estate sale, right? You're in an estate sale. Tell people what you're doing over there. Talk to the estate sale runners, because they might say to you, hey, random, come back after 3, right? We're going to donate all this stuff. Or you just come and you just tell us, grab a pile of it. And this is, again, going back to that bulk mentality and getting deals on stuff, right? Building relationships with people is huge, but, you know, at the same point in time, don't feel embarrassed about, hey, I'm doing this to resell. Because if I had to guess what the number is of how many people are going to the thrift shops, I would say it's 40% resellers that are hitting up thrift shops.
Steve says he just tells them he's buying gifts for friends who loves these type of shirts.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, sometimes I'm just like, I don't even say anything, or I'll grunt, like that, like I'm nuts. Like, or maybe people look at me like I'm not stable. You've seen it how many times?
I know.
Sometimes I'll get upset.
Hey, thanks, y'all. I see a lot of comments. Everybody's liking the hair. I'm loving it. I actually absolutely.
It's got the wave going.
I'm loving it. Like it's actually really kind of short in the back, but like, and I was kind of like nervous because they put my hair in a ponytail and then like cut it.
Oh.
And I was like, I didn't think I wanted it that short, but I like it. So.
All right, we got a couple more questions here,
Okay.
and we got other topics to go to.
Okay.
Patricia Morrill.
Yeah. Hi,
Patricia, you rock. She's always commenting. Like
I know,
you guys.
and she's a teacher too.
Yeah.
She teaches English. I think she teaches in college, and she was like, "Stop doing school stuff, dude." I go back in like 2 weeks. Well, I had said earlier, but I mean seriously, August 3rd is my first contract day. So I mean, we start August 9th. The kids actually start August 3rd. It's crazy how life just high school.
Like,
boom.
Once you have kids, like life just goes. You know, like time flies, man.
So anyway, Patricia.
Yeah, Patricia. Good people. Question, I was just on eBay checking out an item and saw that sellers have this block at the end of their item descriptions. Wondering if there's a reason they are trying to get watchers, something you receive or makes no difference. If this item caught your eye, add it to your eBay watch list by clicking the link in the upper right-hand corner. It's fast, free, and enables you with no obligation to quickly return to check on this item listed of needing and search and scroll through thousands of the 1 billion items that are available for sale on any given day or on eBay. But don't wait too long. The first person who buys it now will be the one and only lucky winning bidder. So I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest with you.
Well,
It sounds like there's
I'll
something.
tell you what she got. I'll tell you what this is.
Yeah.
She was on eBay.
Mm-hmm. There's like a little option in the title.
Yeah, there's like this thing on the side.
If you guys know what's going on here, leave it in the chat. I'm gonna look in the chat here because I don't know what this is.
So, for example, she's scrolling through eBay, scrolling through eBay, looking at stuff. Okay, and some of the sellers have this little blurb on the side saying, "Hey, do you like this item? You know, you better watch it." Or there's X, you know, add it to your watch list because somebody could snag it up. So it's kind of like an advertisement, like. Hey, you like this item? I've seen that too. Hey, it almost like the like when you're on Amazon and you're looking at something, it says you might also like
so there's
this.
something like that. Yeah,
so
okay.
it's kind of similar to that.
I just got lost at the question where she said something on the side of like where the title is, like a little click button. Is that reading that right? I didn't.
Yeah. So you're looking at the eBay screen and you're looking at, you know, I don't know, 12 wine glasses or whatever. Okay. And then off to the side, there's a little thing that comes up and says, "Hey, do you like this item? Make sure to add it to your watch list so you can see, you know, it just kind of like
it's
a little
it's like a cookie.
Yeah,
they're always trying to entice you into something.
And I think what happens is when you click that put it in my watch, then it comes up with you might also like or something like that. Like they start showing you that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people saying here, you know, it's something with your homepage, you know, the something with the eBay app. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen that exact thing other than I've seen all the advertising. The advertising is everywhere on eBay.
I honestly think she's questioning why they have this. I honestly think, I don't know that that's necessarily the people that are doing it, the sellers that are doing it. I think it's eBay doing it so that they can get your like algorithm of the types of things that you look for.
Yeah, so they can show you.
So they can show you other things.
Amazon does that.
Yeah, right. So I think it's like that sort of. What was that? Minority Report. Remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
Where like he walked into the mall.
Reselling Minority Report right here, guys.
And it was like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Jones. We saw you went to the Gap last month and bought 3 pairs of jeans. You might like to know that the Gap has a sale right now."
Yeah, Teddy Rock says eBay's been playing up these days, seeing commercials a lot more lately.
So
I didn't see him until recently. And then somebody
like
posted in the Facebook group, and I was like, and I got in the car and I drove down the road, and it was like eBay.
Yeah.
You could find them. And it was just,
I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
And not just
cool.
regular eBay.
Like it.
It's like eBay boutique or something like that. It's not, boutique isn't the word, but they're trying to get you the newer, like the new stuff. Check out the new. It's back to school time.
I am not trying to say this in a negative term, right? But Jack Smack says eBay is grasping at straws, trying to keep up with Amazon. And I'm just going to say this clearly, right? Amazon's kicking ass, okay? I mean,
they are.
You hear the deals they have at Home Depot. What was the guy at Home Depot telling us about the Kenmore deal?
Yeah, well, that Amazon bought the Kenmore portion of Sears.
There's some craziness going on.
And they bought out some stuff with Home Depot as well,
that they bought a whole lot of liquidation from Home Depot, and and they're just going to say, and they're just buying it at cost, guys. Yeah. This is the crazy part what Amazon's done. Just at cost. They're willing to buy it at cost to get the customer. Your phone's ringing.
My phone's
ringing. I'm not trying to scare anybody here with anything like that. eBay's still a great platform, but they're just, they're eBay, right? Yeah. And, they're grasping at straws to get customers and clients. You can't beat 2-day shipping on Amazon Prime, And, but, they don't have a vintage market, so that's where eBay's always going to have the advantage. The vintage, unique market, the used market, the garage sale market, that'll always be there. But eBay's trying to play so many different angles here, right? I mean, again, I came from eBay when it was just basic, okay? Like, it was so basic. They didn't have any sponsors. They didn't have any ads. They didn't have promoted. They didn't have all this craziness. So seeing it over the years, I'm like, man, it's kind of frustrating because when you just do a search for your item, right, and you got these Chinese sellers that are allowed to like spam keywords, they get in front of your listings, right? And you're like, well, wait a minute, I mean, I think that some of this stuff should be, honestly, with eBay, some of it should be broken down. I would love to know this. Let me just say this first, 1 second here. I'm going to go on an eBay rant. I would love to see, when you log into eBay, there's options. Do you want to buy international, or you want to buy with only in the United States? And once you select that as a buyer, I only want to buy within the country, you become in this new world of, you'll start to see people like, it's me, Mike Franco, Global Voodoo. You'll see people like so-and-so and so-and-so. And you won't even see the Chinese craziness, international stuff, okay? Because if you could block all that garbage that they're trying to bring in here, which I understand makes some money and generates some money, but it would make the market so much better here in America for us if you gave that buyer a choice. But they don't give that buyer a choice. The only choice they give them is if you scroll over here and it's on the desktop, or maybe on the app too. I think you can go there and select, you know, oh, USA only or North America, whatever. But if they just did that and just formatted to that, where buyers, whether they're in Arizona or in Florida, were only looking at people that were else in America. Unless they selected.
How would that work though for international people? Because there's so many international buyers buying from America.
It's true. I mean,
so I mean, there's kind of a reverse
I know
it's
weird. It's a weird thing, but I think that if you just took off that international part, because if you start looking at some of these true products, even the new stuff, I'm not talking about the used vintage stuff. You look at new stuff. Like, I listened to some Wii controllers earlier, and I'm like, damn, dude.
Somebody says you can do that already.
Yeah, you can. You can go in there and separate it. But what I'm trying to say is this. Why don't you give that buyer, when they first log into eBay, that option to default their homepage, their experience, right? Because maybe, trust me, I'm not the only one. I don't want to buy anything international. I don't. I've never bought anything international, like on eBay. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
I don't find any value in any of that, right? You know, I know Anthony buys a lot of stuff from China and Alibaba and, you know, toys and stuff he's going to use. But, again, it's just a concept, maybe something that would make a sense, because going back to the Nintendo's thing with these Wii controllers, I'm like, damn, dude, there's like 850 listings for the specific thing. Once I selected on the left-hand side, US only, North America only, it went to 40. And then I'm like, damn, man, okay, now we're going to make some money, because... We're back. I guess I don't know if it's the same feed.
It went.
Somebody comment if it's the same feed or not. eBay cut us off.
Yeah, see?
See what happened?
See what happened? You're okay.
See, YouTube was like, oh my God. eBay said, turn off Global Voodoo. He's making no sense, but I was making sense. Right?
Don't let the secret out.
No. All right, so we're still live. If we're still live, leave a comment down below.
It looks like it only went out for just a second.
Okay.
So.
But you see what I'm saying? I mean, that was weird.
That was.
YouTubers, somebody's like, dude, cut him off.
See, they angered the eBay gods.
They came in and were like, dude, shut Mike up. We make so much money off the international buyers. But anyway.
All right. Anyway, let's keep going because
over here.
We've been going for a while here.
So Patricia, I don't know what that exact option is, if there's a little square there. Hopefully, I have to look further into it, to be honest with you. But if you can elaborate at some point in some video, let me know. Question for this live show this week. My Amazon account is in threat of being suspended due to one chargeback. The buyer said they never received the item. Even though they never contacted me, I have a tracking number and USPS shows the item that was delivered to the door way back in April. I've reached out to Amazon and got the stocked answer of everything I already knew. Performance health is very important. Essentially, they don't care, etc. Is there anything I can do to shrink my order defect rate before Q4? I also cannot become ungated in any new categories now. Frustrating when it is beyond my control, and I'm meticulously and quick about sending our products. This is from Five Ricketts Sons. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get shadiness on Amazon, just like you would on eBay. You know, these defect rakes and stuff like that. And this,
sorry.
Bless you, but how can you eliminate these issues? First off, what you do, if you were in the right with this product and they penalized for you, keep calling Amazon. Just keep calling and calling and calling.
Ask for a supervisor.
Talk to somebody over there. If you're in the right,
they're pretty good.
Yeah, just like eBay. But if you've done all that and nothing's going any further, then you know where you stand, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being honest. I mean, hey, I sell these platforms every day. You know, I'm invested just like everybody else. And there's times they just say, there's nothing we could do, Mike. And I'm like, okay, that's where you stand.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to kind of deal with it.
A lot of times, though, it helps if you can call and get to somebody in the USA to talk to.
Amazon.
I know that sounds terrible, and I don't mean it to sound, terrible like that, but oftentimes the people that are answering in a call center that are overseas only have so much control.
Yeah, and they have a script.
And they have a script, and they only have so much. Even the supervisors only have so much they can do. But if you can get to talk to somebody in the United States, a lot of times you have a better opportunity.
Yeah, that's what I said. Just keep calling
really
and
explain
trying
what's
to
going on and get
don't
someone
give up
to
on
understand.
it, right? Maybe resolve that issue to the best that you can. But I made a video a while back where a customer return from FBA was able to send it back to my house.
Yeah, that was so. We have had some
and
weird.
They had mold in it.
Yeah,
and
remember that? We put that on a video.
And I called, and they were like, "Well, so sorry." I'm like, "So sorry." Well, how did this package get back to my house with mold?
Yeah.
Anyway, but it took
a few phone calls.
It took a lot of phone calls to get resolved, and once it got to the right person, and I'm like, "Listen, this is what happened." They were like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
I said, "Dude, it's already on YouTube." I said, "I can make a bigger stink about it, right?"
Yeah.
"Oh no, whoa, yo, whoa," right? And they bent over backwards, and
Yeah.
they satisfied the situation. But I've had returns on Amazon. People just flat out screw me.
It happens.
A DVD combo, right?
And that's
you
the
send
cost
it in there.
of doing business.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to tell you. I mean, so it does happen.
But there's sometimes you could fight, and they'll go, "Okay, we believe what you're saying here," right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest. I made a video about this too, about this Windows software. It was like my little go-to thing. I used to snipe them on eBay. I sniped them everywhere because I was like the only guy selling this Windows software at Amazon.
Yeah.
And I was crushing it. And these were $1,000 pop sales, guys.
Yeah.
And this one guy took me for a ride.
Yeah, he grabbed all the codes off
Grabbed all the codes, did whatever.
I think there's a video on that too.
Yeah, I made a video about it, but like I caught the guy, and then I even gave Amazon, I'm like, "Dude, this is his website. He's a reseller too."
Yeah.
Matter of fact, look at that same product that he just bought. He put it up on his website.
Yeah.
All this is that, and they didn't want to hear anything about it.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, okay. So I would say this: if you wanted to if you want to do the right thing and you want your matrix good at Amazon, you could sit there and keep trying to sell used things. Now I don't know your story, right? If that's all you're doing is used. Because it's going to happen if you're doing new stuff. But majority of the time, if you're doing nothing but new stuff, low margins, 10, 20% ROI, right? Get in the, I understand you're gated, but like, whatever you're not gated in, go attack those areas for smaller ROIs. Just to build up your rapport with Amazon, build up your feedback, build up your strength with them, so you can have something. Because most of the time, people are going to bitch and complain on Amazon about used stuff.
Yeah.
Like the scammers, they're going to go after you for the used stuff. Because it's going to be very hard, especially if it's FBA.
It's going to be hard to prove.
Yeah, if it's FBA and you send it in brand new to FBA, if that gets into a circumstance where it's sketchy or there's some dispute with the buyer, you go right back to Amazon FBA and say, "I gave you that. Somebody in your warehouse inspected that, scanned it, and put it on a shelf." Mm-hmm. Okay? So if there was a problem then, why did it go on a shelf?
Yeah.
Okay? And then again, here's the last piece of advice I'm going to throw out here for this. If Amazon's done you wrong or any of this stuff's gone crazy, go get an attorney. Honestly, you send an attorney letter to Amazon, fighting on your behalf.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this, and this isn't from my experience, but from people that have been around, I've talked to that have had situations like this. They do listen to those type of people.
Yeah.
When the attorney's involved, Amazon's going, "I don't want to deal with this. What is the issue?" And it finally gets to the right person where they make a decision.
Yeah.
Okay. Same with Amazon. Suspending your account, stuff like that. You do what you got to do. But here's something here. There's two more things I want to answer. Here's a question that came from somebody on my Facebook, Morning Cup of Joe.
Okay.
I've heard you talk many times about different eBay accounts through different people. I know you have reasons, but I have been a full-time reseller for the past year, have had thousands of transactions, and have only had a couple negative feedbacks. 3, and all of them were the seller unfairly complaining. Okay? Because I was using some stock photos, eBay has banned me, and when I called them to say I will not do it again, they don't want to hear it. Are you familiar at all with them banning people? Is there anything I could do? I'm an honest seller who, on a few generic items, used stock photos of some products, and now know that I will never do that again. I'm fearful it might be too late now, though.
Well.
So we screwed up. Okay.
Screwed up.
Okay. More than likely, Okay, so let's explain this really quick here. And I'm not going to mention this person's name because they didn't want me to. But maybe they can chime in or whatever. I don't know the whole details here. But if you're taking stock images from somebody else, okay, and it's not approved, okay, you can get hammered. And this is what it sounds like what happened here.
And there's nothing you can do about it?
Yeah, I mean, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, okay? There are ways to buy... If there's stock images over here, and you buy this inventory, okay, over here, but they're not a big corporation, or they have no presence on eBay, more than likely, nobody's going to care about that little image you took from wherever you got it from to put on eBay. But if that's the actual owner of... Let's just call it Crest toothpaste. You thought you were trying to be slick because you're like, oh, I really like that photo. It looks great. And, you know, and I'm just going to be honest. The reason why you use the stock photo to begin with because you're lazy. Okay? And again, I'm not harping on you. Okay? Because it's rampant. But you got to know when to use the stock photos. That's why I say this. Learn the skill of photography.
Yeah.
Right? If you have this product, then you've got to list it correctly. Okay? It doesn't take that hard. I can compete with Kohl's. I can compete with Saks Fifth Avenue. Well,
Yeah.
my photos are premier, guys. You've seen it on my channel here. So I'm not going to sit in your corner and back you up with this. Because I don't know the whole story, but I'm going to tell you how to work through this. Okay?
Well, and that's really the bottom line. So it sounds like this person says, okay, I screwed up. I did it. I know better now.
We're going to get into how to fix that.
So I know better now. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take pictures of everything. It's sitting in front of me. I'm going to take pictures. So I say, let's just get to that part because that's the meat of the question.
I want to kind of put that in people's minds because there's wholesale courses out there. There's things where it's drop shipping, you know, and then people tell them just steal the stock photos from Motorola, steal the stock photos from Best Buy. When you start to do that, and you go on there, this is what's going to happen to you. Your whole reselling eBay business is voof, okay? You're done. Because they don't care, guys. I'm telling you, they will shut you down, and you are in the blacklisted area. You can't get back. Now, there's ways to get back.
If they've blacklisted you, you're...
Yeah. If you've called and you've done all the steps, here's what I would recommend. Okay, 1, maybe wait some time. The door. Okay?
Yeah, it's Madeline.
Wait some time, and then recall eBay. Okay? As time goes, sometimes eBay will let you back in. Sometimes eBay won't let you back in. Okay? Start selling things on another platform, honestly. And then maybe it's Etsy, maybe it's Amazon. And then again, go back to eBay. Write them a letter. Write them an email. And say, hey, here's my store on Amazon. I really want to sell back on eBay. I made some bad choices. I didn't think anything of it about stock photos. And just say you're sorry and see what they do.
And to be honest, it's really up to them, though, right?
It is at the end of the day.
I mean, at the end, I mean, let's face it. At the end of the day, you can do all of that, and they can still say
no.
Screw you.
Yep.
Now, what if?
Now there's another option.
I'm just throwing this out here. What if this person was selling under their own self name? You know, like they put their own self on there and their social security number and whatever. What if they did it under a business name and an EIN? Yeah,
so that's how we're going to resolve this question for you here. So you can go and create a business with an EIN and re-register at eBay. Most of the time that'll solve the problem, I'll be honest. But depending on how bad the situation was, and if you're using the same IP address, it could be an issue. Now, there's other options here in terms of...
I'm just going to go get
there's other options here of, okay, well, you're completely blacklisted. Well, you're blacklisted. So what you can do now is, you know, you can go in and do things where you find a partner, right? And say, okay, I need you to, you want to make some money and make a deal with something where you can use their eBay account, right? I mean, there's a lot of ways to get back on the eBay. Then there's websites where you can go in and they do like black hat type stuff. I really wouldn't recommend any of that stuff. I would just say if eBay is your main blood, then find somebody that you can partner with. Maybe it's a spouse. Maybe it's your kid. You know, I don't know. But all I'm going to say is that, you know, when you do things wrong on eBay, that cuts you off. But there's ways to get back on, and don't be discouraged. Matter of fact, you should really look at it going, if they kicked me off, okay? I mean, I'm not saying this to sound crazy, guys, but if I had to say how many times I've heard people for the past 7 years, I get kicked off of eBay, Mike, what do I do? I mean, it's 500-600 people, easily. Same kind of scenario here. And I kind of give them the same advice. Listen, this is what you could do. Most of the time, what I would just say is, you know what? If they kicked you off, put them over here. Go over in the other directions. Go to Etsy. Go to Amazon. Do something local. Do something completely different. Because you might be sitting here right now going, I got no money coming. eBay screwed me. Well, deal with it and go somewhere else for the time being. And then wait the time. Wait eBay jail. Maybe they'll let you back in. Maybe they won't. You know, it's kind of it's an unfortunate situation, obviously. And there's a little bug.
Oh.
It's an unfortunate situation, obviously, but
it's
you got
up
to
to
make
the eBay gods.
It's up to the eBay gods. You know, and what you really got to do in the back of your mind is go, okay, take some action and go in a different direction, right? Or find a way to get back onto eBay through a friend, a family member, right? But if you're going to go back to the same routine where, you know, and again, I don't know your story, but I would think that a lot of why you did the stock photos is because you were buying wholesale, right? And you thought you were being, you know, slick. Because that's,
I'm sorry.
it's a little bug. Because that's how a lot of people get kicked off of eBay. Is they go through the wholesale route, and they start buying products that are from, you know, Fortune 500 companies.
Did you kill that?
I thought I did. Fortune 500 companies, and they just use their stock images.
Yeah.
And that's when they put the hammer down, and you know you're now busted for selling Black & Decker.
I feel like there might be more to this story.
We don't know.
We only know the information we've been given.
And don't take this the wrong way, because you know you reached out to me. I'm trying to give you some great advice. Right?
You know, yeah.
I'm not trying to steer you in the wrong direction. I'm looking at this thing going by, and I'm like,
you see it attacking me?
Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully that answers your question there. Again, don't take it the wrong way. You know, you've made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes in life. I'm just trying to give you
Everybody makes mistakes. Okay, see, it is
just trying to give you a solution.
Literally attacking me.
All right, so here's the topic for tonight. Seems like we always take so long to get to this point, but
I know.
Now is the time.
There's so many questions.
Now is the time, isn't it? I mean, it's coming up to the end of July. We're approaching the end of summer to some extent, at some point in time here, where it's time to get your butt in gear. Okay, this time from now until August, the end of August, schools are getting back in session, guys. Okay, things are going to slow down. I keep talking about it. Things slow down. They do.
They do.
In an overall picture from year to year. This time, I don't care what it is.
Now,
it slows down.
There are certain things I feel like at this time of year there is an uptick in sales.
Sure.
Kids' clothing, this is one of those times. That kids' clothing, I feel there is an uptick in sales because kids are going back to school.
When I say it's slowing down, the numbers there, I'm talking about the overall viewership buyers.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying there are certain
I want to make that clear so people don't think, you know.
I'm just saying
people say I've had the best month I've ever had ever.
Right. It
That's
depends
great.
on what you're selling and what, you know. This is, so in my opinion, I think this is the great time of year for kids' clothing, things that are replenishables that are household items, such as if you on Amazon, if you sell deodorant or toothpaste or things like that kind of stuff, because number one, you've got college kids, organizational stuff. So you've got college kids going back to school.
Go walk into big box stores.
Going back to school. Everything's back to school right now.
That's what I'm saying. Go into those big box stores. There's a reason why they're doing that, right?
Right.
And then looking to see if there's an opportunity for you to do that on Amazon or eBay, you know, and you know, swimming trunks. I mean, for example, swimsuits. They're selling.
So, you know there are certain categories that sell well this time of year, but you have to, you know, especially if you're new to reselling, I think it's really important to look at things as cycles and look at the things. You have to be conscious of what is going on outside of your little world, even if you don't have children. Be conscious of the fact that it is back to school time.
Don't think, well, it's hot as hell out by me. Well, who the hell would buy a sweater?
Right. Well,
list it. You never know who's buying it, man.
You don't know. Somebody could be going to vacation in Antarctica. Yeah. Or it's wintertime in Australia right now.
Or they're going skiing in, you know, northern Colorado or wherever, you know.
So, you know, you never know what's going on.
There's buyers everywhere. That's what I'm trying to say. So, you know, building this inventory up. Now is the time. Just, you know, keep getting your daily sales, your weekly sales. But now is the time to really ramp up your listings. Because you want your listings to be like this coming into that fourth quarter. Yeah. Because when the fourth quarter comes and the buying frenzy starts happening, if you're there just listing through all that, you can make it happen. But if you're prepared for it, you put yourself in a better spot.
Right.
You know, but if you're, again, a lot of this doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people out there because nobody really talks about it. Because everybody's just, well, here's how you do it week to week to week, list day to day to day, right? When reselling, the way I've structured it for my business, it's yearly. Okay, so I look at my numbers from, you know, January 1st to December 31st. Okay, and I flux and I move this way and I move that way. I start to list this time of year, July, and I start climbing these stores up. I start building stuff up. I start sending more into Amazon, you know, because it's just over time. It's maybe it's my craziness of what I do, but it's always worked. You know, putting the time now to get the fruits later in life, because yeah, the sales and the viewership is down right now overall. Okay, I'm not saying any sales are down. I'm just saying the viewership for these items is down at this moment in time. Okay, because there's buyers, guys. Don't get me wrong, but there's in 90 days from now, there'll be another 25,000 more buyers than there are right now shopping on eBay or Amazon. Okay, because you've got the holidays, you've got the Q4, you got Thanksgiving, you got all this stuff, and then half the country's snowed in, it's cold, they don't want to leave. Okay, again, just different prerogatives, different strokes for different folks. You can run your business, say my business is only on what I get this week. Great. Well, if you've got a bunch of stuff that's piling up right now, this is who I'm trying to talk to. You got a bunch of stuff and you're stockpiling nuts, or maybe you're not working as hard as you should be. Now is the time to work. Mm-hmm. Now is the time to get the stuff listed, right? Yep. Spend this time right now. Even if you're like, dude, nothing's selling, I'm in a rut, I'm depressed. List.
Right.
Get the shit listed.
Yeah.
Okay? Because what's going to happen at the end of July, you're going to have all this stuff listed. August is going to come around. It's going to be a great month for you. I believe that. I believe if you listen to my advice and you go out there and do that right now, August will be a great month. But September will come, and if you keep that work ethic going and listing, you're going to crush it. Okay? But if you don't do anything with any of this and just want to chill back, then that's your business, right? You do what you got to do. Right? I mean, that's what we do. We ramp up now. We're ramping it up. We're just going to keep listing this. We're going to keep freaking going through the garage, grabbing stuff, listing. Yeah. Because when the gates are open in Q4,
yeah.
You know, Mike, when is Q4? When is the starting day? There is no starting day. It starts happening when the sales start coming in later in the fourth quarter of, you know, the start of September, the end of September. It starts climbing up there, guys. And if you don't have all your ducks in line at the Amazon warehouse, you know, you don't have all your ducks in line at eBay, the people that do, crush it.
Yeah, you have to have it done by October. I mean, by October 1st, you have
that's
to have
why right now you've got
that
but
commitment.
You can't sit there and say, well, it's October, let me keep sending stuff in and let me keep doing this and this, that. That's when I want to work. I mean, you can do it any which way you want. That's what's great about reselling.
Yeah.
But just from what I see every day making YouTube videos, seeing the comments, it's about hustle now, right? Hustle when it's a little bit slower, get it going, because guess what? Life works out in mysterious ways, and when you actually truly bust your ass, and you truly work, and you put the time and the effort into it, man, the reward comes every single time with reselling.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
It truly does.
It does.
So, let's do this test here. All right, so this is going to be... My point is this, guys, just work, right? Get the stuff listed, go out there and hammer it home. Yeah. Now we're going to do a taste test. I don't even look forward to this. I mean, why don't you talk about these two products?
Okay. So we had, originally, if you had watched the video earlier, not sure if everybody did, but Mike had originally picked up these shrimp chips, and we both, as we were walking around the store getting some other stuff, we were both like, okay, you know what, I just don't know if I can do that. That just really actually sounds totally so disgusting, I'm not even sure I can do it. So instead, we decided to go down the healthy aisle, and they had some woohoo deals going on there. And so we got the this organically grown, no preservatives, USDA certified organic, non-GMO, so totally, I think it's like gluten-free, it's like total vegan, you know, stuff. Roasted seaweed snack with sea salt.
All right, let's do it. I'm in. Let's do it now.
And then the other thing we got also in the totally organic section, non-GMO, were these dried figs. And neither one of us have ever had a dried fig before.
I'm a picky eater.
Mike's a terrible
I am
picky
so
eater.
picky eater, so a lot of this stuff to me is... I've never even had this stuff before, guys. But I thought...
He's horribly picky. I mean, seriously, horribly
I can eat pizza
picky.
every night. I know that sounds crazy,
Yeah.
but like some of this stuff to me, like it just... the texture, I don't know. So let's just do this. Let's just do it.
Okay.
All right, maybe people get a kick out of this. Look at the dog's like, dude, I'm in.
He's
like, I'm in.
The dog hears it and he's like, okay, let's
It's
go,
not a treat.
Mom,
All right,
let's go.
so let's do this. What is this stuff? Roasted
Okay,
seaweed?
this is roasted seaweed
Right.
snack with sea salt.
Okay.
Oh, bear.
Okay, go lay down. Anthony, go give him a bone.
Well,
He wants this. Oh my God, what does that look like?
Okay.
Show this to the camera.
This is it.
Okay. Again, some of you guys might eat this stuff. That's great. I mean, I'm just a picky
God bless
eater,
you.
And it's like a piece of paper.
Yeah, well, here, I was going to put it in half. I don't know that we both need to eat a whole one.
No, you gotta eat a whole one.
I'm not eating. What if I don't like it? I don't want to eat a whole
Spit on
one.
the floor. You get the wine to wash it down?
Yeah.
All right, who's going first?
Let's go together.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, it's weird.
Mmm.
Oh. Ah.
Oh.
It tastes like. Ah. Here.
No, don't give it to him.
You want it? Look, even the dog won't
No,
eat
he
it.
don't want to eat that. Okay.
Ah.
Oh, God.
Ah. Oh.
Okay, the only way I can explain this. It tastes like spinach going in. It's still stuck in my mouth.
I don't even,
Oh, God.
That's like eating
I think it really...
grass.
Well, I'm being honest. I mean, when they say seaweed, they're not fucking joking.
No, I think it really is
I
seaweed.
mean, sorry for the custom, but that was... It tasted like I was swimming in the ocean and like a chunk of green something, seaweed, got lodged in my throat. It's funky. Oh, my God.
I don't like that at all.
No, but it's got a hint of spinach. It's got a little bit...
Just a hint of spinach.
It's a little bit of hint of
Would
spinach.
you eat that with garlic or something? Like, do you think
I don't
we
even.
put some garlic
I don't even
on
know
that,
if
be okay?
like if I went somewhere and they're like tonight's encore.
That would be an entree, not an encore.
Tonight's entree is seaweed sprinkled with garlic and fresh golden flakes from whatever it is. I'd have a hard time eating that. I mean, I'm not even looking to go. I want seconds.
God, no, I'm going to look at that like I'm throwing that out.
I mean, this to me looks like a last case like.
I don't care.
Like, okay, I watched this film last night.
If there was nothing else to eat, I don't think I would eat that.
Remember that film I was watching last night? I was trying to go to
Yeah.
bed. I watched a Christian Bale movie.
Yeah.
It was something Dawn something. I don't know. Yeah, he was in Vietnam.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, Vietnam. He got captured, right? And he was starving. This is how I'm sitting here right now, going, okay, this is what they're giving me. This is what the Viet Cong's giving me.
Are you gonna just starve?
Oh, I might nibble on it and just force it down my throat, But at the same point in time, it's like, my God, I would never eat this
All
again.
right, this smells kind of like raisins.
Okay, Bear. Dude, this dog's
go.
like way
Go.
out. All right, so
Sprinkle some
Again,
hot sauce on it.
we can only be. We're not making this up. We're not
No,
staging
we've never
it.
had it before.
I don't
we
eat
literally
this stuff,
were
guys.
in Fry's today in the grocery
I
store
don't eat
today.
it. I'm
We were
sorry.
getting some
No.
groceries and we were like, oh, what should we get to try?
Is it still in your throat? Like you could taste it.
I don't even think I actually swallowed.
Did you spit it out? You didn't eat it.
I put my tongue on it and that was enough.
Are you serious? You didn't even chew it?
No.
You swallow it? Where's the rest of it? You put it back?
Yeah, it's
Oh, come on. Come on, really? You're
Yeah.
gonna have to be kissing me later with this.
Nuh-uh. You better brush your teeth. Ew.
All right, so let's do this next one.
Okay.
'Cause I don't even know why I even started this stuff. Like that was. Oh God.
Can I have the big one?
Okay, no,
It
seriously.
looks disgusting.
I mean, like-
to be honest with you.
Okay, I've heard of figs.
This is so many
I've heard of figs, but like,
bad
this doesn't
jokes
look normal.
right here.
okay. Again, maybe we're sheltered people living sheltered lives, guys, but something's off here. But so let's try this. Are you gonna eat it now?
No,
This
Bear,
dog's like shit,
Bear,
man. It
I
wants
know.
some.
Bear, stop. Okay.
He thinks that they're like Scooby
All right,
snacks.
it smells like raisins, kind of.
Okay, it smells like fruit. I think this will be okay with me.
Yeah, I feel okay.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Looks like a rock.
Oh, it tastes like a raisin.
Hmm.
Tastes kind of like a raisin.
Okay, this isn't that bad. A fig. Is that what it's
Like
called?
Fig Newtons.
A dried fig.
Dried fig.
Okay. This is actually pretty good.
You want to try a fig? You want to try a little fig, Bear?
Again,
Bear's not quite
we
sure.
live sheltered lives, and I'm a picky eater. But I would, you know
It's
what?
got seeds in it. Do you
Yeah.
see that?
He spit
It's
that
got
out.
seeds in it.
I actually like it.
Oh, thanks.
He does not like that.
I guess that's where the terminology of Fig Newton comes from.
Is it like
Because it tastes like a Fig Newton.
Is it like a prune? Like
Oh.
like you probably shouldn't eat too many, or you might have bowel issues.
It's probably really good for that.
It probably is.
What does it even say?
I don't know.
Artificial preservatives and ingredients. It's simply the truth.
Free? No, it says it's free from.
Free from what?
Free from.
Oh my God! There's a warning on the back here. It says
artificial preservatives.
It says here, after consuming this, make sure within 30 minutes you have toilet paper and a working toilet.
No, it says it's free
All right,
from.
so let's vote this up. So the seaweed,
That's a no.
the roasted seaweed snack.
No.
Thumbs down.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I would not eat that. I mean, again, if I was in a,
you know
if
what?
I
Just
was,
shoot me now.
if I was in the Viet Cong, I guess I'd have to eat it.
No, I would.
But
tell
I would
them
probably,
to shoot me
probably
instead.
eat dirt.
What? You want to try one?
You want to try one?
All right. What do you
All
want to try? The seaweed?
Okay, dude, are you sure?
Not the one that you put in your mouth.
No,
No,
that's a new
it's-
one. Are you gonna try it?
Here.
Yeah.
It's freaking disgusting, dude.
Okay, here. Try it. Okay, Anthony's gonna.
Come over here on camera.
No. It
No? All right,
feels
then
like,
you gotta suck it down.
All
big
right,
boy.
try it.
It feels like those medicine things that you put on your tongue.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the-
those Triminic.
Triminics?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You have some water?
No.
All right,
Suck it
give it a
down,
try. All right, Anthony's trying the Oh. He did the same thing I did. Like, ew.
Good. What do you think? All you gotta think
Okay,
about.
he's not gagging,
No.
y'all.
Oh, you want to try
Okay,
it?
Maddie
here,
wants to
good,
try
good.
too. Okay, here's the other half.
Maybe this is the end thing.
It tastes
Young
like
people.
nothing to me.
It
That
tastes
tastes
like
nothing?
nothing.
No.
Okay, hold on,
Think
Maddie.
that's
Want...
seaweed?
I
I
Yeah,
don't even know if
this
this
is
is like
seaweed.
it's colored paper is what it is. What do you think, Maddie?
It tastes like spinach.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, Maddie thinks it tastes like spinach. Okay, now
Did
do
you
you
eat
guys
it
want?
again?
I
God.
wouldn't eat it like
Oh God.
if I was.
Would you eat
hungry.
that in a plate? Like if
No.
you
Go
had, if
spit
you
it
had
out.
Oh, so you don't like it now, huh,
Yeah,
Anthony?
no, Anthony's like, ew, no.
I would eat it with like a chicken.
With
Eat
chicken?
it with chicken?
What? Like so you put this like the chicken
like
on top?
a spinach.
Yeah. Like
But look at this
spinach.
thing.
All right, do you guys want to try it?
Ew.
All right,
fig.
try
Do
the
you guys
figs.
want to try fig?
Is that bad?
Those are actually really good. I
Yeah,
think those
that
are good.
actually wasn't so bad.
Are you kidding me?
No,
That's
so give him a
disgusting.
bite.
We're crazy people here
I
in
know,
the
There's like
household.
eggs inside.
No, it's seed. Like seed. Just
Eggs.
just bite it.
All right, they're trying that. I
They're
want to thank you
trying
guys for
some
watching
things.
tonight, without a doubt. Thanks for,
Oh,
for your
bear,
support.
bear, get
It
down.
tastes like raisins.
Thanks for your support.
Yeah, it
Appreciate you
tastes
guys
like
hanging with
raisins,
us here on a
I do
Friday night, having fun. Hopefully, it motivates you to go resell.
I don't like the
Hope
figs.
you didn't like that. You don't like it
Oh,
either.
don't spit it on the floor.
Dude, you gonna clean that up?
Dude. You're vacuuming now, man.
The seaweed was terrible.
Hopefully, this got you to go out there, pump it up,
Anyway,
kick it
yeah.
up a notch.
We're
Again,
having fun.
just having fun. Seaweed's not our thing, I guess. The figs, I'd give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, it tastes like
Seaweed,
raisins.
no.
Yeah.
So, thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Let me say this before we end it here tonight. Only you can really make reselling happen.
Yes.
There's no secret light switch to turn off and turn on.
Nope.
It's just this grind. It's just listing items, and I want to see everybody here succeed. Everybody that watches the channel here, I want success for everybody. I want you to go out there and hustle and make it happen. Have a better life, pay your bills, and live a life of financial freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's getting to the steps of your first house.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your first house and it's $200,000, right? Never worry about the Joneses and the picket fence stuff.
Nope.
Worry about yourself, right? Because we live in a time right now where there's a lot of shortcuts and there's a lot of hacks. If you want to be the guy in the sky, the man in the castle, in the high mountain,
Yeah.
then get there, right? But at the same point in time, you can live very comfortably living on the lower part of the mountain, right? Living with basic necessities, living with, hey, I don't need to go buy brand new dining room furniture. I can go thrift it, right? Knowing that, hey, I don't need to go school shopping for all my kids. We can go to the thrift store. All this stuff, saving money, right? It's about saving money, enjoying life, and living your life. But if you're in a financial strain right now, you're going to get out of this, guys. Okay, but you got to work to get out of it. No matter what situation you're in, whether there's health issues, or maybe you got divorced, or maybe there's a bankruptcy. You got to fight through there, because once you fight through there and you break through it all, and you're there and go, this was easy. It's God's way of testing you, okay? And once you pass the test, guess what? You've got it all figured out, right? So if you only want to list 10 things today on eBay, tomorrow you want to list 100 things, whatever it is, you can do this day in and day out. So go crush it, make it happen. Here's my freaking saying for tonight, guys. MDPS.
Oh.
MDPS. It's a merch hat somebody should make, right?
All right.
M as in Mary, D as in David, P as in Paul, S as in Sam.
And what do those stand for?
I like it. That was good. It felt like it was like an infomercial there. What does that stand for?
It was like
Yeah,
an
it was. It was
infomercial,
good, though.
wasn't it? Hey,
Mindset.
Mike, what does that stand for?
Yeah.
MDPS.
MDPS. MDPS.
MDPS.
Mindset, drive, passion, success. MDPS. Mindset, drive, passion, success. Make your MDPS happen now, guys. Appreciate you watching. If you like the video, thumbs up. Bam! We're out of here. Seaweeds go in the trash. Have a good night. Next time we're out here, peace.